Whether you're an investment property owner looking to rent out your space or a homeowner aiming to boost your property's resale value, this video is for you. I'll be sharing 7 practical and easily doable tips on improving your home's exterior/curb appeal without the need for extensive renovations. Giving your facade a facelift doesn't have to cost the earth. There are a few things that you can do yourself which will significantly boost your home's value and attractiveness to potential buyers and renters. The tips that I'm giving today are very useful but also simple and doable suggestions to follow. So let's get started. First impressions are so important. Your home's facade is basically the first thing people see when they visit. And what your home looks like on the outside is often a reflection of what it is like on the inside. So it's really important to set the right tone. Before a potential buyer or renter comes to view your home, chances are that they have already checked it out online or even have driven past it and potentially and possibly have made their judgments from that alone. So I have tried to categorize these 7 different items to make them sort of easier to digest, but they really work together. So, I'm just like numbering them for the sake of it, but there is no sequence actually. So you can jump right into the 3rd or 4th item if you like, or it makes sense to you. Yeah, go ahead. So landscaping is probably the first thing that anyone notices. It is that first impression. A perfect way to create a grand and inviting entrance to a home is with a beautiful garden setting. A well-manicured lawn, if you have any, having a defined pathway, trimming trees and bushes, and planting colorful flowers can play a crucial role in the look and saleability of a property. Getting professional landscaping done might seem pricey, but it can really up the value of your property. But think about it, like when you step into the front yard, what's the first thing that you notice? Okay, so a well-kept garden, neat lawns, and big trees can make your place basically stand out and even justify a higher price when you're selling or renting. You can make your place look great by adding lots of plants, pretty flowers, and cool stuff like pathways, patios, and decks. Like well-defined pathways help people know where to go, catch people's attention, and show off the best parts of the yard, and sort of gives the outdoor space a clear structure and help separate different areas. So everything looks neat, well planned, and makes the outdoor space feel more organized and friendly, which makes the property more attractive to people who might want to buy or rent it. Again, it's about that first impression that attracts potential buyers or renters. Plus, if you're planning to rent out your place, you'll be communicating the expectations, like basically your expectations to the renters. You'll be hinting that you want them to keep the landscape well maintained and take care of your property. However, make sure to only include low maintenance landscaping features such as native plants, drought resistant vegetations if you are living in a not much wet area, and automated irrigation systems. These options can be really attractive to buyers and renters who want to minimize upkeep efforts and cost, of course. And in order to hook those lazy ones, you might also want to consider replacing the lawn with flowers or pavements. This one's easy. You just dig up part or all of your front lawn and plant perennials instead of a lush landscape that also sets your house apart. However, if you got a stunning garden but a drab house, don't get your hopes up too high, because the value of a house obviously also depends on how the building looks from the outside. The details on the building can make a big difference in how attractive it looks. So first, take a look at what's already there, like the trim, columns, or materials such as brick or stone, then highlight those features. How? With paint or accent lighting. But if your home's exterior is plain, basic, and sort of characterless, think about adding things like shutters, trim, or some accents to sort of make it more charming. Examples could be adding decorative trims or moldings around windows and doors, which can create a more polished and refined look. But you need to keep them cohesive, like choosing trim styles that complement the architectural style of your home and add character to the facade, rather than going with mismatched features that clash with your property and make an ugly combination of things that you think are nice and trendy, but just don't go well with your property, aka you don't know what you're doing. If you're happy with how your home looks on the outside, or if you cannot change it due to cost or, I don't know, any other reason, consider the next option. A new coat of paint without messing with the building's structure can quickly make your house look better. Besides making your property look nicer, painting the outside also helps protect it from damage caused by moisture and weather changes. So the color of the property can really make a difference and might even affect how easily you can sell or rent it out. Since it is the first thing that people notice, a fresh, appealing color can leave a good impression and attract them to your property. You can paint the walls, windows, trims, door, or even fences and columns if you have any, whatever parts that you can change up, basically. But you cannot just like pick any color you like. Some colors might be more popular or fashionable in your area's real estate market. It is crucial to do your research and consider the colors of nearby properties. You want to make sure that yours doesn't clash or look bad compared to others, right? True story. Before diving into interior design, I actually work in architecture. As a building designer, one of our top priorities was actually to align our designs with the neighborhood's vibe. We had to get approval from the local council, so we made sure to stick to their guidelines. Checking out the dominant colors used in the area was a must-do. It's likely that you will need a council approval, especially if your changes are significant, so make sure your plans match the approved color palette of the council. It will save you a lot of headaches later on. Being in sync with the neighborhood can really boost your property's attractiveness. When it looks good to you and the residents, the neighbors, and even the council, it's a win-win. Plus, if it is well placed, it will catch the eye of potential buyers and renters passing by or browsing online. Now, when it comes to picking a color, it is wise to stick with timeless choices like off-whites. These colors appeal to a wider range of people. Neutral tones like beige also create a cozy vibe that most folks appreciate. So it is best to steer clear of bold colors like green or navy blue. They can make a statement and might suit your taste, but they might not be everybody's cup of tea. And whatever color you go for, make sure it matches your property's style, landscaping, and surroundings. That way, everything looks harmonious and inviting. If you're keen to learn more about choosing colors for your home's exterior, I've got another video that dives deeper into that topic. Check it out and you will get some great tips on picking the perfect color palette for your house. So, it's no secret that the front door of a property is a key focal point, impacting its appeal and saleability. How so? Well, it is the entry point to your home, and it sets the tone for the whole place and catches the eyes of passers-by and potential renters. So, well-kept front door reflects positively on the property's overall maintenance, whether it's a detailed traditional door, a simple steel or wooden one, or a modern glass door. It should blend seamlessly with the property's vibe and feel inviting. Even a small update like a fresh coat of paint can make a big difference. So try to make it stand out, whether through its color, design, or style. Upgrading the handle, adding big planters, or creating feature walls can actually enhance the curb appeal, but it's not just about looks. Renters and buyers also care about security and functionality. A sturdy door with secure locks and hardware provides sort of peace of mind and boost the property's value. So I suggest consider adding a doorbell, peephole, or doorbell camera for extra security. And don't forget about the garage door, which I'll be talking about in the next section. When it comes to main entry doors, like front or back doors, it's best to avoid glass doors unless there is a secure front gate. If the door has a big glass panel facing the street or it is in bad shape, consider upgrading to a new one that is made from durable materials like wood, fiberglass, or steel. Another option is a safety door, which is tough and sturdy, often made of steel or strong wood with extra locks and hinges to deter break-ins. Some safety doors even come with peepholes or electronic locks or added security and are weather resistant as well. Besides, strategic landscaping can also enhance privacy and security for residents, whether they are potential buyers or renters. Like strategically placed trees, shrubs, and fences can create a feeling of privacy and safety, but it is important to not to sacrifice accessibility. So make sure your front door is easy to reach by clearing away clutter, trimming overgrown plants, and basically fixing uneven path, whatever that can be in the way. You might also consider adding a ramp or handrail to make it easy for older adults or people with mobility issues to get in. This could really make a difference and is something that you can proudly highlight in your ad as well. What else? You can also ensure that the front pathway is well lit and easy to navigate at night, so avoid adding too many obstacles or paths that require a lot of concentration. If you have steps, make sure they're comfortable and safe with good lighting for nighttime use. When it comes to the front fences, it's really a personal choice. I think it's like a choice based on your security and privacy needs, but it is also important to consider council regulations. You might need to apply for permits to make any changes to your front fence, but in general, fences can add depth to a front garden. So if it is feasible and it fits your budget, a low fence can actually create a nice boundary between the street and your private space. On the flip side, a high fence or wall could provide an opportunity for a cozy sitting area or even a courtyard for guests. However, not having a fence can also be appealing. It gives your property more of a garden vibe and makes the front yard feel larger. Without a fence, you can showcase the architecture of your home and enhance it with garden elements, though you will need to rely more on landscaping. Outdoor lighting can also significantly enhance the charm, safety, and functionality of your property. Buyers and renters are drawn to homes with properly maintained outdoor lighting systems because they perceive them to be safer, more secure, and visually appealing as well. So to make the property more inviting, especially at night, install outdoor lighting fixtures near the front door to illuminate the entryway. Wall sconces, overhead lighting, or pathway lights serve dual purposes because they create a welcoming ambience but also highlight architectural features, landscaping, and the overall design of the house. And not only that, they enhance security, safety, and visibility. Illuminated pathways, driveways, and entryways reduce the risk of trips and falls, while well-lit outdoor areas discourage potential intruders by increasing visibility and shedding light on dark hiding spots. Installing automatic lights at the entrance, which turn on and off with movement, is a great, inexpensive idea. Using energy-efficient lighting fixtures that help reduce utility costs and smart lighting systems with timers, motion sensors, and dimming capabilities also offer great control and flexibility over outdoor lighting usage that attract potential buyers and renters. Similarly, adding outdoor living space can be your chance to win this game. Nowadays, modern buyers often prioritize outdoor living areas. So features like patios, decks, fire pits, and outdoor kitchens, well, not only serve practical purposes, but also expand the usable square footage of a property and create additional selling points. Enhancing outdoor living is the subject of another video, but how can you achieve this? One way is by adding shade elements such as pergolas, awnings, umbrellas, or shade sails to provide protection and promote a more comfortable outdoor environment, especially during hot summer or rainy days. Another option is to bring easy to care for plants to add color, texture, and personality to the outdoor area. Depending on your location and surroundings, you might also want to add privacy features such as fencing, trellises, or landscaping to create a secluded and intimate outdoor space. The garage is another big part of how your home looks from the outside. Now, what do people want from the garage besides it looking nice? They want it to be safe and secure and have enough space for storage. These are two main things you should think about fixing, and basically your goal should be to make things easier for people. Let's start by cleaning up the garage. People like it when things are neat and tidy. Most folks use their garages to store stuff. So having lots of storage options is a big plus. You can put up shelves, cabinets, or racks to help keep things organized, and more spaces for storage is always a hit with renters. If there is enough room, consider adding a workbench or an area for hobbies like woodworking or crafting. This can attract renters who need a versatile space. When my partner and I were renting, having a garage where I could have ample space to store my tools and equipments and do my crafts and projects without disturbing them was a huge selling point for us. So it was a peaceful spot away from the house where I could work without bothering anyone with noise, dust, or mess. Lighting is super important too. Garages can be scary places at night, so good lighting is key. You might want to add LED lights, preferably with motion sensors, or skylights to brighten things up during the day and make it feel more welcoming. To make the garage and home safer, think about getting a garage door with strong locks or reinforced panels. Adding a keypad entry or a smart opener can make things even easier and safer. And if the current garage door isn't in working condition, isn't working well, consider upgrading it to a better one. And if it is manual, get an automated garage door. Make sure to take care of any repairs that need doing, like fixing cracked sideways, repairing damaged siding, or replacing missing roof shingles, like everything that needs maintenance. When your home's exterior is well maintained, it shows that you take a good care of your home. But honestly, if you are not going to think about the practical side of keeping up the outside of your home, it is better to leave it alone. Otherwise, it's going to be a headache for you and anyone who lives in there in the future, especially if it's an investment property. You know how renters can be. You've been one yourself. The majority of people genuinely don't give a shit about your property. If you're lucky, they won't mess it up, but a lot of them tend to be pretty rough on it, aka trash it. So keep that in mind. Also, remember that certain colors might need more cleaning or repainting to keep them looking good, and some plants also need more care. So before you get too excited and try to copy the most beautiful picture you have seen on Instagram, think about it carefully. Whenever possible, choose materials and features that are easy to take care of to keep maintenance low and make your outdoor space more enjoyable. Alright, by putting these tips into action, whichever that makes sense more to your unique situation, you will give your property's exterior a reasonable upgrade. It will be more attractive, safe, and secure, and practical, making it a top pick for renters and buyers with its irresistible charm. If you found these tips useful, share this video with others and follow my channel for more. See you in the next video. Bye.